If your child struggles with chronic neurological conditions such as autism, ADHD, sensory processing disorder, anxiety, seizures, OCD, PANS, PANDAS, and so forth, then likely, mom and dad, these 4 things are true for you. Number 1, you've exhausted all support. You've gone to the pediatrician, the medical specialist, finding little to no help or finding no root cause for why this is happening. Or 2, you've been up late, searching the internet, doing your research, trying to find those answers, connecting with other moms and dads on the Facebook groups, the Instagram groups, looking for other drug-free options. Or 3, you've already gone after every diet change out there, the detox, the probiotics, the supplement, the integrative therapy, and maybe it helped a little bit. And 4, it's not just the diagnosis you're looking for help with, it's the everyday struggles. If that sounds like you, then likely your child and your family are going through what's called the perfect storm, which is a sequence of traumatic and toxic and life-altering events that happen early on in life through pregnancy, labor and delivery, and those early childhood challenges, and it sets up their nervous system into a perpetual state of fight or flight, protective dominance, which then throws them off development. Now, no matter what you try, they just seem to stay stuck and struggle each day. You may see some improvements with the detox and the diet changes, or even those movement therapies like OT, PT, and speech, but nothing seems to last, nothing seems to get all the way out of this storm. So parents, this video is for you, the ones who are desperate to help their child get off that chronic illness, get off the medication roller coaster, and want real answers and get to the real root cause of why your child struggles, along with drug-free options to help support. And after we do a deep dive with the Perfect Storm workshop with parents, they say things like, "It was like you described my child and our journey word for word and step by step." It's because there's a more alarming rate of disconnection happening with our kids, and we want to look towards the nervous system from the inside rather than an outside approach. So 1 in 4 kids have a chronic illness, 1 in 6 kids have sensory issues, and 1 in 36 kids have autism spectrum disorder. And everything is linked together. Sometimes as parents, we don't fully understand that those early childhood challenges like not pooping well or fussiness or not sleeping or eczema, ear infections and colic, those are all linked together. And our kiddos don't grow out of them. They actually grow into more stress and a snowball effect, which then leads to more serious diagnoses such as sensory processing, autism, ADHD, allergies, etc. And what's interesting is these conditions follow a predictable pattern, which we call the perfect storm. Now, while medicine has a different specialist for neurology issues such as gut issues, immune system problems, they are all connected via one system. And it often starts with high amounts of stress during pregnancy. One of the most single overlooked triggers for things like sensory and spectrum disorders in kids in a high stress, medicalized pregnancy and prenatal period. Now, this early exposure to stress gets mom's nervous system to shift into a sympathetic dominant trait. And then that nervous system, mom's nervous system, is directly making another nervous system through the umbilical cord, which also brings nutrients, blood flow, but it also is the power cord and the electrical cord between mom. When an infant gets stuck in the birth canal, they use interventions like forceps, vacuum, C-section, and that puts an immense amount of pressure on baby's neck. And that delicate brainstem as the baby is yanked, twisted, and pulled out. This creates a significant amount of tension, misalignment, and alterations in the neuromuscular function for that brand new infant, which is known as subluxation. And when that tension and dysfunction exists, especially in that upper brainstem, it shifts that nervous system into a fight or flight response, in turn turning down parasympathetics, the vagus nerve, which is that calming, that soothing, that rest, digest, and healing, breathing, mucus secretion, and immune function response. Once a child's nervous system is overstressed and out of balance, they immediately begin to struggle with those things mentioned above. Their nervous system and digestive system is really more challenged as they start to get sick. The pediatrician prescribes antibiotics and other medications that further destroy that gut-brain connection, throwing off the microbiome of the body, and then their child throwing off them more off track as well. Eventually, it can cascade into things like autism, asthma, allergies, ADHD, anxiety, and more. And while each condition gets diagnosed separately, this is what we call dysautonomia. Dysautonomia occurs when the autonomic nervous system is out of balance. It's dysregulated and it's dysfunctional. So how can chiropractic care help out with this dysautonomia, this out of balance nervous system, and restore neurological function? The doctors out there who know about this deep foundational chronic immune neurological stress with kiddos are called neurologically focused pediatric chiropractors. This is a unique specialty within chiropractic care where doctors are trained and experienced in finding that subluxation, that neurological dysfunction, the dysautonomia, and where the vagus nerve is damaged, using an incredible piece of technology, which we call the Insight scans. So once we have these scans for your child, we can directly find where that subluxation is shedding up shop, where the dysautonomia is happening, and we can remove that with neuro-focused pediatric care and a plan tailored to your child with specific adjusting protocols in place, helping them get back on track developmentally and getting back on track with thriving at life. So parents, if you are ready to get after it and find the real root cause to why a child is struggling, finding out with those Insight scans where that dysautonomia and dysfunction is really setting up shop, then schedule with that link below. I'd be happy to carry on this conversation. Every kid counts.